So those are all of our thoughts on all of the remixes. Now it's time to rank them.
Rank them.
In 10th place, I have Remix 2.
What?
Remix 2, the song is kind of annoying. I think the Maui Doo-Wop ruins it a lot. And it's just not a very good song. And the sound effects that happen, like especially in the shoot 'em up, like the cowbell kind of thing, like I just don't like it. Remix 2, I think, is like it's a good initial remix, not a very good song.
So for my 10th place, I have Remix 5.
I was thinking of putting Remix 5 all the way down there.
Yeah, I put Remix 5 in 10th just because it's bland. It's not that difficult, not that fun. It's forgettable. It's definitely, for me, it was like probably one of the weaker ones.
Yeah, so yeah, next one. In 9th place, I put Remix 5. The song itself isn't too bad. It's just that it's forgettable. And it's better than 2 because I know 2 actually is kind of annoying if I listen to it for too long.
I will say Remix 5, I kind of like the last part, but yeah. So for my 9th place, I have Remix 2.
We switched them up.
Just because I put Remix 2 in 9th just because I'm just like, other than Remix 5, I'm just like, I don't think I played this game at all. Like, I superbed it, and then that was it. I was like, I'm done. I don't know why. I like the song, and I like the games. I guess the other remixes are better than this one.
So I think we can say, like, Remix 2 and 5 are objectively not the best.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that.
And I think now, like, the list for the bad remixes, quote unquote, kind of ends here, and everything else, I have nothing but positive to say.
Yeah, I will say that I like all the remixes. Like, I wouldn't mind playing them. It's just that those two are like the weaker ones for me.
So in 8th place, I have Remix 8. It's just I have no real reason other than I like all the other songs more, and Remix 8 just kind of ended up down here.
Okay.
That's really my only explanation.
Yeah. I felt like that when I was making my list too. The one that actually ended up this place, 8th place, is Remix 6. Alright, so the reason I have Remix 6, 8th place, it kind of just ended up there. I don't know, it's fun. I like the song. It's catchy. And just like you said, like I like all of these. Like I have nothing but positive for the rest of these. It just ended up there.
Yeah. All right. So 7th place. Here we go. For 7th place, I have Remix 6. So Remix 6. I think the song starts to get good halfway through. I think it starts off pretty weak, but as the song goes on, like when it builds up to the locksteps, when it builds up to the lockstep part, like the voice cues in lockstep go really well with the song. And even then, like when I hear the sound, the song by itself from the soundtrack, I know when the lockstep part is coming up, and when it does, I do like the ho 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 in my head. But it's only like 20 seconds of Remix 6 that are really good, and the rest is kind of bland.
Yeah, I think it's kind of, I mean, like each remix has repetitive parts. It just kind of gets repetitive a little bit. It doesn't actually get good until, like you said, like towards the end. I think maybe the reason why it's here is just because it doesn't start off great, like immediately. It just kind of slowly goes up. So my 7th place is Remix 3.
Why is it so low?
These middle ones, they just kind of ended up there. It's kind of too slow. So I guess the reason that down here is mainly the gameplay, because the song is really great. I really like the song.
Next one.
So 6th place. So halfway point.
Halfway. And right smack dab in the middle is Remix 10. I wish there was more of like the shoot 'em up to lockstep kind of thing, or like the rhythm rally to the dog ninja kind of thing. I wish they had more things like that. Remix 10, I wanted it to be something grand, but my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
Mine is also Remix 10.
That's great.
Yeah. It's basically what you said. It's like, it's great. I mean, it's a really good way to finish the game. It's just, I felt like the other remixes did a better job. at like incorporating the games into their song. And it's like you said, it's not even necessarily an original song either. It's just kind of, and I felt like it was appropriate in the middle.
Now we can objectively say, if someone asks, what is the most average song in the entire Rhythm Heaven on the DS, we could just say Remix 10. Gameplay and music-wise, average is Remix 10.
I'm actually kind of surprised that you also did Remix 10, because I was kind of thinking that, oh, he's going to get mad at me because I put the last one. Because like online, usually the last remix is like quote unquote the best one, just because it's like...
Because of the last one and for no other reason.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that you also picked Remix 10. Although that does like make me think that my opinion on it is like justified.
Okay, now in 5th place,
Remix 1. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. In fact, I really enjoy it. I just like other songs more than Remix 1. It's short. The song is charming. It's just really happy. I don't like the abrupt, change of pace when it comes to the Failbots part. Failbots ruins Remix 1. If they didn't have Failbot there, and they kept going with like the transition with Built to Scale and Glee Club, that itself was really good.
I had trouble picking, but I decided to put Remix 7 in 5th place. Okay, so I don't know. The song is great. I really like the song, especially the little reference to Big Rock Finish. I feel like maybe the reason I don't like it as much is just because some of the parts repeat too much. What is it, like Fan Club, Frog Hop, and then it's like the Dazzles. And I think the reason also is that it's a little slow. It just felt that I was expecting more, I guess. At this point, like if you play the game, I feel like some of the older remixes were better. But it's a great song. I like the games in it too.
4th place. Here we go. So this is the start of all my favorite ones. Remix 4.
Ooh.
So gameplay-wise, I think the gameplay holds back the song because Drummer Duel, just the sounds of Drummer Duel are not very interesting. But if you listen to the song by itself, Remix 4 is enjoyable. It's really catchy. It's really innocent. The little electronic sounds that make the main vocals. It's not annoying. It's a song that I don't mind hearing to over and over again. And it contains Love Lab, which is one of my favorites. And yeah, it's just a really good song. I like it.
Hey there, gamers. This is the post-recording edits. So we forgot to go over the 4th place, but it was also Remix 4. Before we move on, we're going to sell out real quick and tell you to subscribe.
Give us a good old thumbs up if you agree with our list. You know what? Give us a thumbs up if you don't agree with it anyways, because our opinions are objective.
yeah. Just if you agreed with us, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you disagree with our list, give it a thumbs up.
And then put your own lists in the comments. And then if you have Remix 2 or 5 any higher than any of our favorites, then we're going to have problems. So let's read our list back up and talk about the last 3. So 10th place, I have Remix 2.
I have 5.
I had 9th place, I have Remix 5.
And then 9th, I have 2.
8th place is Remix 8.
And 8th, I have 6.
7th place is Remix 6.
7th, I have 3.
6th place is Remix 10.
And 6th, I have 10.
5th place is Remix 1.
I have Remix 7.
In 4th place is Remix 4.
And then 4th is Remix 4.
Okay, now we're going to talk about the top 3. 3rd place, I have Remix 7. Song-wise, I love the song a lot. It's really fun. It's enjoyable. It sounds a little too cartoony, but this is a good time in the game to have this song because after the first 6, I will admit Remix 6 was pretty challenging. So when they reveal you have 4 more remixes left, you're going to think, oh man, these are going to be hard. They have to be hard because we're reaching the end of the game. When you hit Remix 7, you realize, oh, it is not really that hard. And it's really fun. And the song is really good. So Remix 7 they chose a really good song to put at that point in the game, which is why it's one of my favorites.
My favorite place is Remix 1.
Remix 1?
Yeah. I don't know why I like this one so much. The games are really good. I feel like maybe it's because the song is really catchy. I really like it. For one of the first remixes, I think it came out strong. I like the fact that it kind of speeds up towards the end. It's just, I like the games too. You mentioned that you didn't like Philbots. I feel like in this remix they were okay. It's just like when I think about playing this game, Remix 1 is like usually one I always play at least once. It's just a song that I gravitate towards, and it's just really fun for me. Alright, second place. You go.
In second place, I have Remix 9.
Ooh.
It's a solid song throughout. I just love it. It's just really good. My favorite part of the song is when Shoot 'Em Up shows up and it has like the yeah. That's all I gotta say on that
I know
part.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Alright, so for my second place is Remix 8.
How dare you?
Alright, so I don't even know where to start. It's just really fun. It's super challenging. I think I just like the challenge. I really like the song. It's actually on my phone. It just gets me pumped up. And then it speeds up and it just goes fast and it just throws a whole bunch of games at you. And it's just like, oh my god, I gotta concentrate, like this is crazy. I think the games fit well. And I like at the end, you thought it was going fast and then it just gets faster and faster. Until like at the end it's like, oh my god, I can't go any faster, and then it ends. Like, oh my god, that was crazy.
You know, now listening to the song again as you're describing it, I would say, yeah, it's a really good song. I'd say it starts off. It doesn't start off very well, but the middle area is really good. Towards the end and the last third, when it like begins to like slow down and like go back to rhythm rally, that part of the song I don't like at all. But the middle 30 seconds I'd say are solid. Would I change where I have it on my list? Probably not. Maybe I'm biased when it comes to Remix 8 because it's the first remix I really had the most trouble with.
Mm-hmm.
So the difficulty spike really did make me not like it.
Maybe it's the way our attitudes, like how well, I wouldn't say challenges in general, but maybe in this game. Because for me, I also had a hard time at the beginning when I was playing it for the first time. But I think that kind of motivated me to try to beat it. Alright, moment we've all been waiting for.
Alright.
Number 1.
Process of elimination. Can you guess which one's my number 1?
Oh, is it the third one?
It's Remix 3, baby! Let's go! Remix 3, objectively the best song. The trumpets or the saxophones that they have playing the main melody, and then like the cymbals they have crashing every now and then are great. And then like in the dazzles part of the song, when it goes da-dun, 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 it just feels so good. And then the way the saxophones go crazy in the crump stomp parts, like it's just, they did everything right with this song.
Yeah, alright. So actually, can you guess what my first place is?
Oh, let me see. Which one have we not talked about yet? Remix 9?
Yeah, it is Remix 9. No, my number 1 spot, Remix 9. I don't even know where to start. I was really holding back when we were talking about it. But I really love this song. The song is amazing.
I agree, it's a pretty good song.
The intro, like the way the game starts off, it's not playing around. Like it switches from Muay to Wap. We talked about those long pauses, and then it switches to Glee Club. That's great. And then the next switch is to Space Soccer, and in Space Soccer you really have to pay attention because it gives you a sound cue. Then it switches, and then it's Space Soccer. It does everything so well. When I said it was a masterpiece, I wasn't joking. It really is one of the best remixes, I think, in the entire series.
So I was thinking about what I said about Remix 9. It feels a lot of it, or it kind of feels like I'm gushing out on it. But I really do think that it's one of the best remixes because the gameplay of it just does a lot of things right. And it does a lot of creative things. Like some of those things that they tried, I feel like if they did it wrong, it would like ruin the whole remix. But like for example, when they switched from Muay Doo Wop to Glee Club, I felt like if they did them wrong, it would just ruin the whole remix. But I think Remix 9 is just so cleverly made and well put together that makes it one of the best remix for me.
So that is our ranking of all of the remixes in Rhythm Heaven for the DS.
Hope you agree. Just kidding. Well, I really love the game. It's so funny.
Yeah, this is a pretty good game. I'm glad you bought me the game.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny because like the way I bought the game was I just saw it. I saw it at a Rite Aid. It wasn't even a game store. I saw it at a Rite Aid and it was like $2. Oh, I've heard of this game, Rhythm Heaven. I heard it's pretty cool. I'm just gonna buy it for $2. I did not expect to like fall in love with it. It's just so crazy how I could have easily just passed it up. Honestly, it's the thing that made me want to buy it was just the price, and also just the fact that I've heard the game, that title before, Rhythm Heaven, and so I was like, you know what, I'll just try it. I'll see how it is. And it became like one of my favorite DS games ever. One of my favorite games ever, like in general. I'm playing it right now. And then I bought it for you.
Yeah, Remake Rhythm Heaven, pretty good game. Do you want to review review the entire game in general? Like, what is it out of 10?
Okay, well, I'm kind of hesitant to put it at 10 just because 10 means that anyone, gamer or not, would enjoy it.
You know, I guess you're right. I guess an out of 10 scale doesn't really apply for this game. Because even though it's not necessarily, you have to be like a pro gamer to play it, you can't be very casual. You have to like somewhat be prepared.
Yeah, it's just kind of like if you're really good at like a fighting game or something, like you have the controls down and stuff, and like you can learn things well. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be good at this game, because this game, it's like the skill level is different. It's just it's like, for example, if someone who's played an instrument and who's never played a video game before, and we show them this game, and then they could be like really good at it, just because it has to do with rhythm and not necessarily being a gamer or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty self-contained. So like if you want to play Super Mario Bros. On the NES, you have to understand how to move left and right, each character interaction with different other characters, the concept of powers, scores, and time. Like a lot of those skills that you get, that you acquire in that game,
you can use them in other games.
Translate over to some other games. Whereas in Rhythm Heaven, keep rhythm, tap and slide to that rhythm, and then those aren't necessarily skills you can get in other games. Maybe fighting games, like keep track of combos and stuff like that.
I will say that the way that the game looks, it seems really like Mario-ish, where it's kind of like innocent. It's just like cute characters or whatever. It's really hard. Like you really have to focus for some of these games. Yeah, it's so weird. Like out of every game that I've ever played, I wouldn't have expected this big of an impact from Rhythm Heaven. It's just a little DS game, a little cartridge. You just put it in your DS, and then you just start playing it, and then you learn a lot from it. And I feel like a lot of it is just kind of subconscious. I don't know, because like when I was playing it, I didn't even realize I was learning all of these skills. Like for example, lockstep. That was the first time I was ever introduced to the concept of what is it called, the offbeat. And I was like, oh my god, like I totally understand this. Like in when I listen to songs now, it's just like, oh my god, this is what an offbeat is. This is how an offbeat is used, and it's not. And there's more concepts too. Like I remember there's this guy talking about Rhythm Heaven. He talked about how something about counting time or using beat, and yeah, you just learn a lot from it.
All right, any last thoughts?
Play Rhythm Heaven. Just try it.
Yeah, play Rhythm Heaven. I know what we may have said may intimidate some casual players.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but don't feel discouraged at all. I don't know where you can get it at this point. It's pretty old.
I will say,
it's a game worth playing.
Yeah, if you can get it on the DS, you should play it on the DS just because it's more natural. Play Rhythm Heaven.